All of the music in this episode has been provided by Lawrence Gilmer from his new mixtape, Gamer's Paradise, number 5. Hi guys, this is Justin. Stefan is gone for 2 weeks, Watson. And you're listening to episode 15 of Exposure, a half-hour sit-down with online's newest and greatest content creators. And today's guest is Morgan Cook. Let's start the show, people. Stefan is on a 2-week vacation, and we'll see him in 2 weeks. That's about it. That's about it. But the show will go on, and we'll try and be more consistent from now on because we are doing well. The show is really doing well, and I'm happy with the show. But let's get into what we're going to talk about this episode, or what we're going to do. We're going to start off with faith in humanity. We're going to get into the interview with Morgan Cook, our friend LG, Lawrence. Yeah, y'all remember him? He released a new mixtape, and even though we're not a radio show, we want to show support. So we're going to play a full song from the mixtape, all right? We're going to get into a quick tip for YouTube channels. We're going to do word of the week and article of the week, and then call it a wrap. All right, people, let's get into faith in humanity. And guys, can you guess what my faith in humanity is right now? It has been. I'll wait. No, take your time. You can think, take your time. It's all right. We got time. Okay, it's been restored. And let me tell you why. Now, this one includes me being the good person. I think I was a good person before. I'm always the good person, so it don't matter. Well, here's a story. I was at the YouTube space. You know, most of my stories have to do with the YouTube space, even though I haven't been in so long. Oh, I hate jobs, man. That don't include YouTube. And so I was at the YouTube space. We were in class, and this lady dropped money, like behind her. A wad of cash just fell out. It wasn't that much. It wasn't like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you know, some cash fell out, and I'm tapping on the shoulder like, hey, you dropped something. And then another guy came over and was like, hey, you dropped. And I'm like, wow, we could have split the money, but we didn't. We were good people. And you know, I've been listening to a lot of true crime podcasts, and I'll probably talk about that in a later episode. And you hear, you know, a lot about these serial killers, serial rapists, whatever, Bill Cosby's. And it's just, I guess if you listen to that stuff a lot, or you don't actually look at the context of it on a larger scale, you probably think the world is a really ugly place. But it's not. And that's what we do here in Faith in Humanity on Exposure. And we'll be right back in an interview with Morgan Cook.
I'm Christy Blogs, and you're listening to Exposure.
Hey, did you guys know you can get even more content from your two favorite hosts? Just go to YouTube and search Slowlist Network. You can catch our reviews of popular shows like Bloodline, other podcasts, and full episodes of Exposure. Don't forget to subscribe. And guys, we're back with our guest, Morgan Cook. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we'd like to get started with this question. What made you start doing YouTube?
Ever since I was younger, I always really wanted to make a YouTube channel just because I looked up to people who did make them. And I guess from watching videos, it made me want to make my own.
And so who inspires you?
YouTube wise, like what YouTubers inspire me? Definitely Ingrid, whose is Miss Glamorazzi on YouTube, and I had always really enjoyed watching people like, oh wow, there's so many. A lot of beauty gurus, even though I don't really make beauty videos, I always looked up to them.
And so what made you just go with your name instead of like coming up with a username?
I thought it'd be easier for people to find me, and honestly, I wasn't creative enough to think of anything.
Do you have any goals for this year on YouTube?
My goal was to hit 700 by the end of June, and I just hit 700 subscribers today, so I hit that goal, and I'm really happy about that. I don't know about further than that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So would you, if you, let's say you got really big, would you ever consider doing YouTube as a full-time job?
Yeah, I think so. I probably would. If I got big enough so that like it'd be able to support me and I'd still be happy, then I would definitely do it.
And so what does your family think about your channel?
They like it. I know my mom watches my videos, and like my outside of my house family, a lot of them know about it and they seem to like it.
So if you could move to New York City or LA to further your YouTube career, would you?
Yeah, I definitely would. I've always wanted to live in California, so LA would totally be, like, the route for me.
Do you think where you live now is hurting your channel in any way?
I mean, I think there's less opportunity because it's hard to meet other people who like to make videos on the internet and be able to collab with them in person. There's not a lot of opportunity that way, but I still have fun with it, although I do think it'd be a lot more fun out on the West Coast, definitely.
Yeah. I'm in New York, but sometimes I just want to go to LA because all the YouTubers are there. So
I know they are. It's crazy. They all end up there.
And what would you say is the best part of doing YouTube?
I think the fact that I have the ability to connect with people on the internet, and it's like so open. I think that's one of the best things, and also that it's just fun, and I'm able to enjoy it.
And how about one of the worst things about doing YouTube?
The one bad thing about YouTube is there are always going to be people who aren't going to treat you the best way, especially because it's over the internet. So, like, hate comments obviously aren't too awesome, but it's okay. I'll survive.
So, how would you describe success on YouTube for yourself? Like, what do you want to achieve on YouTube to be like, yeah, I'm finally successful?
I think 10,000 subscribers would be awesome. I don't know if that will ever happen to me or when it would, if it actually does happen. But I think that's when I can finally say, like, yeah, I'm Morgan on YouTube. Like, right now I'm just me, but, like, I want to be able to say one day, like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. And, yeah, I think that'd be awesome to hit 10,000 at some point.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to do it.
Thanks.
And, okay, for people who aren't familiar with your channel, how would you describe your channel and content?
I do a lot of geez, I don't even know how I could explain it. I would put most of my videos under, like, the entertainment category, because I don't really do beauty videos, even though, like, I'm a girl and I'm into that kind of stuff, but most of them, I've done a few little prank videos. I do a lot of just trying new things, pretty much, I think that's, like, what my channel is. I just try different things. Like, I try restaurants. I love doing food videos, and sometimes I don't know. It really varies, but mostly it's just me trying new things. That's how I would put it.
Are you part of a YouTube network?
I am. I'm with Route Note.
And do you think YouTube networks are worth the cut?
Yeah, I think so. It depends what network you're with. Sometimes they can be a little sketchy, but, like, they can help you make more money if you want that with YouTube. Like, for me, it's not really about the money, but it definitely is a nice plus that you can make more from AdSense if you're set up with a network. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And so, if you were a guy, do you think your channel would be any different, or your YouTube career would be any different?
Well, I'm not sure. I think based on the kind of videos, I think there's a lot more girls. More girls watch girls' videos, so I feel like if I was a guy, I would get different kind of audiences. Like, I feel like I'd be able to get more guy viewers, just because most guys aren't gonna watch an eyeshadow tutorial, or you know what I mean? Like, even though that's not what's on my channel, I feel like that could be an idea that would be on my channel. But yeah, I think if I was a guy, I'd get a larger audience, because you get more of both genders, and it's kind of sucks like that's a fact, but it's true. There's nothing I can do about it.
So what's one of the best comments you ever received?
This sounds really, really silly, but one time someone commented on my video, "You remind me of Alexis G. Zoll," and she is literally my favorite YouTuber ever. We do similar type videos, and, like, I love her videos so much. I look up to her, and so that, like, made my week, and it really boosts my day every time I look at it.
So when you're actually ready to sit down and do a video, how do you prepare to do one?
Usually just in my head, I think of how I'm going to start the video and what I want to cover in the video. A lot of times I'll just, like, say it to myself a few times, and then I'll just sit down and film. I never write down a script or, like, write down what I'm going to say. I kind of just talk to the camera like it's a person, so, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's good. That's good tips. And, okay, so we have Joey Graceffa, Shane Dawson, right? You have Connor Franta, Zoe.
Yeah.
They all wrote books about their lives. Would you ever write a book about your life?
Oh, I think my life would have to be a little more interesting than it is now for me to be able to do that. But yeah, at some point, if I actually did something really, really awesome, or, like, I made it out in the world in, like, some way, I think that'd definitely be cool. I'd love to write a book about my life.
And for people who are just, like, starting out on YouTube, what would you say is, like, essential for them to start doing YouTube?
Make friends, because making friends on YouTube, oh my gosh, it's so awesome. I've made so many friends on YouTube, and I feel so blessed about it, because you can do collabs with them, and also it makes YouTube a warmer environment. Like, you can feel like you can just go there and be happy if you have people to talk to, and people that you know will come back and watch your videos. So that's my biggest tip. And it's not hard. All you have to do is, like, message them and start chatting, and boom, you're friends.
Yeah, I agree. And so with Netflix and stuff, and things like Netflix, Hulu, do you think traditional TV subscription service will ever be obsolete?
I mean, I don't even watch TV anymore. I'm not gonna lie, I literally just watch Netflix all day. So I think it's definitely a possibility.
And do you think YouTube channels should be more family friendly, or just, go with the flow?
I mean, I think there are a lot of channels that are family friendly, but there aren't always just gonna be people who want to watch family friendly videos on YouTube. Like, you want to watch people that you can connect to. So I think it's okay that, like, not everything is perfect for an 8-year-old, you know what I mean?
So sometimes when you're making a video, right, or you want to make a video, you sit down and you're trying to think of an idea and it just won't come to you. Do you ever get that video block, I call it?
Oh, yeah, totally. I've had that for like 2 weeks until I was on YouTube and I saw some new videos and I was like, oh wow, I could make something out of this. But yeah, I've had video block for like 2 weeks straight.
So out of like, there's tons of big YouTubers like Michelle Fan, who is like doing a lot of, you know, stuff outside of YouTube, Tyler Oakley, whatever. Who would you say is the most influential YouTuber out today?
Someone who I really look up to is Andrea Russet, because she started on YouTube, but now she does so many things. Like, she's been in 2 movies in this past year. She's gone on tour with the guys I know too well, and she goes on tour with Viners and stuff, and she's someone I really look up to because she started by just talking to a camera, and now she's on the big screen, and like, I think that's so cool.
So speaking of Viners, do you think Viners have what it takes to be YouTubers?
I mean, I think there's a really big difference between making 6-second videos and however long videos. I mean, I think it depends on the Viners. I don't know. I think coming from Vine to YouTube, it's easier for people who are popular Viners to gain a lot of subscribers, but I feel like if they would have started on YouTube, it would have been a lot harder for them to grow their audiences from the beginning.
Okay, so these last 2 questions, they're a little bit on the spot, but I think you'll do good. All right, so I am new to YouTube. I've never watched a video. I stumbled across your channel. Why should I subscribe to you?
Because I'm friendly and I love to connect with people that watch my videos, and like, if you're looking for a social person and you're looking for entertaining videos, that's why you should subscribe to my channel.
Okay, and the next one, I love this one. It's if you could have a YouTuber's login for 24 hours, you can do something nice, like, I don't know, give a donation in their name or something and post a video saying you did it, or you can promote yourself, or you can do something mean like delete someone's channel. Which YouTuber would you pick and what would you do?
Oh my gosh, wow. I could do something. Oh, this is so hard. Jeez. I would probably, wow, I don't know. If I could control YouTube, is that what you mean? Like, if I could control YouTube as a whole, I would like delete every hate comment on like every video ever.
Yeah, YouTube does need some more moderation skill. Oh, well, you know, they are adding some things. You can add people now to be moderators of your comment section.
Oh, wow. I did not know you could do that. Google Plus makes it confusing, though. Google Plus confuses me so much.
Oh, yeah, because, like, some people can't reply to, and it's odd.
Right. I hate that.
And thank you so much for joining us. You are a great guest.
Thank you. I love doing this. This was fun.
Hey guys, Justin here, and I just want to take a moment to tell you, exposure is such a joy to do, even though Stefan is a part of it. But to maintain our consistency, we need your help. Patreon.com is a site where people can give money monthly to support their favorite content creators. If you love us, head over to patreon.com/Slowlist. See you there.
Hi ho, folks. This is Turwinkle of the Adventures of Turwinkle, the gnome mage at youtube.com/PalmerBomber1, and you're listening to Exposure.
And guys, this is a song from our good friend, producer / rapper, Lawrence, from his new mixtape, Gamer's Paradise, which you can get on thatpiff.com. We in the show notes on our blog, exposurepodcast.blogspot.com. You can find a link to it. And it has a various different producers on it. So check it out. And here is the song. And we'll be right back after that. Stay tuned.
So there are a lot of conspiracy theories going around right now, but there are some supposedly non-essential things that we think might be very essential, like
And guys, if you want to keep up with Lawrence, please head over to Twitter and follow him, twitter.com/210LG. And guys, we're back with a quick tip. Now, this tip is something I got from the YouTube space. There's a boot camp at the YouTube space, and you take there's 5 weeks, and you take 5 classes, and you get a little certificate at the end. It's really cool. Now, the thing about it is they go over, you know, how to make money with YouTube and stuff. But it was this one thing that when we were in that class that caught me was, well, you know the fan contribution button on YouTube where you know your fans can donate? That money goes directly to your YouTube network. Listen, I already hear the outrage. You ain't got to tell me. I'm like, why? Where they do that at? So, this is just a quick tip for y'all. If you're a part of a network and you don't even have pull at the network, I don't know how networks are handling this. But if you don't have pull at your network, I would advise turning it off until you get huge, where it's like, if you do get a lot of donations, the network is gonna be like, they're gonna cater to you. But I just wanted people to know that, so when the people get donations, they don't be like, well, where is it? Because I don't know if they're like, oh, we're gonna split the donations, or they're like, oh, it's the donation so you can have them all. I don't know the policy that some networks are doing, but just know that it goes to them. And that was a quick tip. And guys, we're back with the best segment ever, Word of the Week. And this week's Word of the Week, well, this is actually a phrase. It's called getting lazy. Now, I know what you're saying. What does that even mean? No, getting lazy means this. Getting lazy is the act of just laying on the ground after being slammed or having a hard fall. Most commonly used among skaters, BMX riders, and other extreme sports. Dalton: hey Tyler, what's Jake doing on the ground? Tyler: he's just getting lazy. He tried dropping in on the 15-foot half pipe for the first time and slammed. I like this because it means it's basically after, you know, you hit your head, you do whatever. You know, when you're fooling around, it's basically like when you were a little kid and your mom told you to stop messing around and you didn't, and then you hurt yourself, and then you just sat there after you hurt yourself because she was right. That's basically that's basically what this is. Getting lazy. I mean, other people call it knocking the sense out of you, you know, and you just have to sit down and reevaluate your life. Can you imagine getting hit so hard you have to sit down and reflect on life for a while? Like, wow, I really did that, didn't I? Wow. But you see it so much, especially skateboarders. They fall off a skateboard and they sit wherever they and the skateboard keep going because skateboard is like friction. What's friction? But that was the word of the week. We'll see you guys in the next segment. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I don't know if you guys liked talking about the serial killer by me. Hey, you gotta talk about dark things sometimes. But at any capacity, if you like the show, if you don't like me solo, don't worry. Stefan will be back in 2 weeks, unfortunately. And and if you guys want to help us out, you can head over to patreon.com/Slowlist. And you can donate monthly and get some perks, and you'll support the show. Also, please check out our guest Morgan Cook. And if you want to see Stefan back sooner, just go to Twitter, make your tweet, and type #Slowlist, #Free Stefan, or Free Steven. Both work, because nobody knows what his real name is. That's about it, guys. If you want to be a guest, please head over to our blog, exposurepodcast.blogspot.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at Exposure Show, or you can follow the Slowlist Network. Also, you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/exposurepod. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode of